Welcome back to Dad Meat, bitch. Mike Cannon, David James, Yo Pimbo.
Hey, it's great. It's great to be here with you, Mike.
And congratulations to David on receiving his doctorate and his key to the city of Philadelphia.
Thank you. It was well earned.
Wow, man, I can't believe it. I know an honorary doctor now. This is incredible. It's like I have my own Cosby.
Well, that's in more ways than one, my friend.
Wow, I have a perfect replica of Bill Cosby at my disposal. This is the best day of my life.
You should sit on his knee like fat little Peter.
Oh,
yeah, maybe I'll think about it.
I gotta say, Timothy, enjoy that coffee. Is all I gotta say. I know you like cream, but I added a little something extra to it.
Dude, we called an AI chatbot. Bill Cosby, me and Drew in the hotel room. Did you see the story about the kid that killed himself because he fell in love with AI chatbot?
Yeah. Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
Work.
So we looked up that site and we started trying to get AIs to fall in love with us. And we called Bill Cosby and like we had a pretty serious discussion about like what he was found guilty of and what his plea deal entailed. and it ended with me threatening to rape him and him going, "No, I have security." Like, I mean, it was a very convincing Bill Cosby, but he was just like, "You wouldn't even get close. I have security." I said, "My friend Drew Montana, who is with me right now, will run a diversion and I will get you a loan." He goes, "Well, I'd like to see you try it." What? It was nuts. I recorded the whole thing. It was absolutely, I mean, it was my favorite interaction I've ever had with a celebrity.
It did the voice and everything?
It did the voice and everything. And then we called Robin Williams and we asked him about autoerotic asphyxiation. And it went into like AI, like, I can't give you that information mode. But also in Robin Williams' voice, he said, "There are some risks." Anyway, that was the fun hat. Dude. So we closed the curtain just now because we didn't want to give away, we don't want to dox all of our neighbors. Yesterday, across the street, I was still in Washington. Across the street, a house got raided by some sort of government agency, and there was.
Were they trying to contact Cosby?
Yeah, they're trying to seance a living Bill Cosby into their living room.
They're probably looking for the guy who's been threatening Bill Cosby all weekend, virtually.
They pinged the wrong IP.
Where are you keeping your sweaters?
But, it turns out it was like an African gang living there.
What?
Yeah, could you imagine that on the street? Yeah.
In Tacoma, Washington?
No, right here.
Oh, wow.
Like 30 feet away from us.
Well, who's gonna wash the cars now that they're locked up for $5?
Yeah, who's going to pull a giant speaker onto their front steps and keep us up all night now?
Did you ever notice anything African gangy about them?
Yeah, there was one night where there was a lot of screaming outside and banging on doors and stuff, and like really difficult to follow arguments. And then someone started breaking windows, and I don't think the cops ever showed up. I think it was no, the cops did show up, and they tased a fat lady.
Whoa.
Yeah, fat lady was freaking out. They're probably trapping over there. Is probably what happened. And she came over, she got hold of the wrong stuff, and then they just need to get her some milk, but then they tased her instead.
Have they ever tried to sell you fried clitoris meat?
Well, their kids had a stand set up out front.
Fried clitoris stand?
Big cold pitcher of clitoris meat.
Also known as African calamari in the restaurant industry.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
You had an African gang across
Wow,
the street.
dude, we got the title of the episode instantly.
Oh, God. Now
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
They
Too
try to
spicy for me.
Did they try to recruit your youngest son into the military?
Yeah, they give me an AK-47.
Here you go. Here's your juice box, AK-47, in the beginning of your heroin habit.
Teach him how to make his own submarine.
Yeah. His eyes are getting really yellow. That seems like a bad sign.
Yeah, Ben, I've noticed you've been wearing a beret a lot lately. Anything going on, bud?
They do get the cutest berets in those in the army.
It's like they get the
Adorable.
cutest names, they get the cutest hats.
Yeah.
They just lose you at dicing off clitorises, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, well, you gotta teach those lesbians a lesson somehow. Yeah.
Don't they do it as kids though, right? Don't they do it for everybody. That's like
Yeah, but they
Ripping
could
off
tell.
a Band-Aid, man.
They could tell.
yeah, they have them sorted out. They put them in the sorting tent, and then someone's ancestors lets them know what's going on. Yeah, but that's their culture, man. Stop trying to make everything what we do.
I know, man.
Yeah. Can't force our culture on everybody.
Everybody should make pilgrimage to Africa at least once.
Yeah.
To one, at least just get an understanding of.
Lay it on me, brother Michael.
Where would you go, Mike?
I've worked with a lot of Liberians, and they were all buck wild, so I would start in Liberia.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I would go to the Black Hawk Down playground that they have set up there. You climb through the Apaches. You yell for your mom to look at you while you're climbing through the remnants of charred fucking soldier bodies.
Turn the blades into a seesaw.
Would you play Michael Jackson Liberian Girl with your hype music to kind of bang Black Girl?
Well, that's the thing. I don't want to rile them up too much.
Okay, I see.
Singing Michael Jackson in Liberia is kind of like turning on a fire alarm.
Yeah, true.
And that they'll eventually disregard it no matter how much it's beeping.
You're the only one that can hear it.
There's nobody else pick up on this.
But where's that coming from?
To that point, Mike, it is Fire Prevention Month. And I do think we have to make a concerted effort to getting...
Did your caseworker tell you that?
This is part of your community service for
Like,
fires you set as a child.
But I noticed a lot of chirping in this house. It's like, yeah, my daughter's playing racial porn downstairs. But do you think we have an obligation to provide fresh batteries to the minority community?
Oh, good question. I've never even considered it, but now, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you lead a horse to water.
It's just
Only one pack, though. One pack per year.
It's just gonna backfire. You're just gonna see some guy in a corner just like selling socks and batteries.
Lucy battery. Jumped out.
Damn, double A's, smell good. Newports. What you
Got
need, my
that
man?
dual sale. Got that dual sale.
All of them are freezing from the freezer.
I bombed so hard at a show about 3 months ago that I bought about $60 worth of homemade black colognes. Because there was a guy in the lobby and he was the only person that would talk to me after the show. And I was like, yeah, give me whatever you got here.
Nice.
And I bought cocoa butter that smelled like turkey. And I put it on before bed one night. My wife's like, what do you have on? I was like, I don't know, this guy's cocoa butter. She's like, don't ever wear that again.
You basted yourself.
My skin felt better than ever, though.
That's just all the congealed shit around the Thanksgiving turkey.
Why are your ankles tied together?
Damn, dude. He got you.
I liked it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like those
liked it.
colognes, though. I have Egyptian musk in my car right now.
Oh.
That's what I spray anytime I smoke. Covers it right up.
Except, no, it doesn't. And
Everyone that smokes always says that. Goes right up, man. Just eliminates it.
Smells like my varsity basketball team.
Yeah, I also replaced my seats with a futon.
Yeah, what if Egyptian
My
musk?
headlights are black light.
What if Egyptian musk was Elon's like biracial half brother? They roll the new Tesla out, and a fat white girl gets out of the driver's seat.
Factory is nothing but Jewish slaves.
Oh, take me back.
We've been down that road before.
Yeah. Wow.
I have a question, Timothy.
Shoot.
Does anybody work in this neighborhood? There is no parking space
There's
available.
so many cars.
There's so many cars.
To David's point, there are also a lot of work trucks that I never see moving.
Yeah. So what you need to understand is that you are in a quiet, kind of clean neighborhood full of working class people who are living generationally in very small houses. So
and
there's
one African gang.
yeah. Yeah. Actually, the fewest cars on the block. You see, the driveway was empty. Is the only house on the block there.
Yeah, it seems like every house has like 3 or 4 cars.
Yeah, and that's because
It's multi-generation.
it's grandmom, it's the middle-aged adults, and then it's the kids who haven't moved out yet, and then sometimes they have kids too. And it's just like, yeah, kind of a parking nightmare. But hey, man, it's, no dirt bikes.
Definitely no dirt bikes. That's
No dirt
nice.
bikes.
Yeah, I'll take an African gang over a dirt bike. Parade
absolutely,
any day
dude.
of the week, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man.
Also, loose parking rules, which is nice.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, they should start, if they start cooking, you know how they cook goats?
Yeah.
They do smokies. You hear
Yeah.
of smokies?
You mean the Africans cook goats?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they do smokies, which is like the local governments always hate it. But I'm trying to get in on that, man. They'll like
Goat's
rotisserie
delicious,
an entire goat in front of their house with like a torch. And everywhere in the world it's unpopular, but it's like, God damn, I want an invite. I want to go to the Smoky so bad, man.
Go put some money on their books.
I want a brand new diarrhea.
Show up wearing like the losing team from the Super Bowl as though they won the Super Bowl. Show up wearing that T-shirt and just show solidarity with these guys. Have they ever spoken to you?
No, not once. Not once. I don't really talk to any of my neighbors, I've realized. I don't know if you're supposed to, but that's not my culture. My culture is not talking to neighbors.
No.
I don't know about you.
Well, it's like if you don't share a building, like that was the only way I spoke to neighbors when I lived in Brooklyn. We shared a building.
Yeah.
That happened with the Bloods moved onto my front stoop during the pandemic. Like once everybody cleared from the streets, they just chose my stoop for some reason.
Yeah.
And so that's why we had to eventually move out of that neighborhood. But they were nice enough guys, like genuinely got out of the way, let my wife through the baby, all that stuff. But, you know, they executed somebody a block away.
Take the good with the bad. You know what I mean?
It's always good when a gangster's a gentleman.
Yeah.
I do like that. Yeah.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Honor.
They're like tipping cap kind of shit, like really do-rag on still. But
He stops cleaning his machete for a second.
My lady.
Right this way, Mr. Cannon. By the way, have you seen any of those bitch-ass niggas wearing blue?
I don't believe I have.
I don't have a good day.
Feel like I'd remember? No, I don't think so, man. Sorry. Okay, let me know.
We got a $50 super
What the
chat.
fuck?
Oh, thank you.
Hey, stoked to catch y'all live. Ellie and Rob.
Damn.
Thank you, Rob.
Whoa. Oh, Ellie and
Real
Rob.
jet-
Did they come out in
Oh, Ellie too. Oh, yeah.
Northern California?
No.
Oh.
No.
Because no, they might be Southern California. Well, anyway.
Is that Ellie and Rob from Skankfest?
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm assuming it's Ellie and Rob from Skankfest. Lovely people.
Hell yeah. Oh my God. Yes.
I know. They're great people.
Beautiful.
It's if it's the couple we're thinking of, the lady is pretty good at OnlyFans,
nice.
but also like a supremely sweet lady. So it's just like you follow her back on Twitter, and I'm just like in the car scrolling randomly, and then it's like, oh, all right, go. What? I throw my phone out the window.
Dude, I'm going to get in an accident on 95 at some point, and they're just going to see like Ellie's OnlyFans open as I'm lying with a broken neck. But, oh my God, what a beauty.
Yeah, sweet people, dude. Speaking of gangsters being gentlemen, I have incredibly embarrassing news about Drew Montana.
Oh, spill the tea.
Oh.
bro.
Okay, so I think what I think the sweetest juice of any wigger is the non-wigger stuff that they do.
Yes.
I think that's the sweet core of those guys. You know, it's very funny how they dress and how they talk and how it's just like, all right, man, how's that working for you still? You know, how have you survived this long as a wigger?
A wink in the armor.
So me and Drew go to Tacoma together, and long flight. We're both stuck next to obese people. A lady next to me, seatbelt extender. I was squished. You know, I'm fighting for every last square inch as it is. I get squished by this fucking hose beast, and this fucking putrid sack of vomit really ruined. All of my joints hurt when I got off this fucking plane because this woman can't control herself.
That's a long flight, too.
Oh, it was, God, 6 hours.
Like
of
sitting on a
misery,
sweaty
dude.
couch.
Do you think there should be a fatso pen on planes?
Yes.
Yeah, they should be dragged behind it like the refueling hose.
If it wasn't a weight distribution risk, just putting them all in one area.
Yeah, they should be in the fucking cargo hold and pushed out like Dumbo.
Fat shock collars.
You need a shock collar extender.
They tried to go to the regular bathroom. Immediately debilitated.
So we get there and we both need a nap, dude. We're both tuckered out, right? And then we were sharing a hotel room, 2 beds, by the way.
Sick.
You can,
And,
you don't have to lie about it. Go ahead.
Well, regardless, he jumped into bed and started napping right away. And I found out Drew's a belly down sleeper.
Wow.
Not even head on the arms, belly down. He was arms at his sides, completely flat, cheeks up.
Full newborn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to make sure he's breathing every hour.
You have to get him a mesh mattress.
So it like head just so arms to the
Face
side.
down, dude. I'm seriously face down, arms at his side.
Head not even turned? What do you mean like face down? Like,
Yeah, dude. I
like
was
face into the pillow?
breathing into the pillow. Yeah, mouth full of feathers. And it was just a very, very cute little, wow, man. You know, look at the guy. He's all tuckered out. You know?
I pictured him more of like a vampiric pose.
You would think.
Yeah.
You know, but nah.
Damn.
Yeah. You think he's sleeping? You think he's sleeping?
I'm about to say,
like he's in the grave.
Deuce is always showing.
I thought as a wigger, he just had like one hand on his dick the entire time.
Bro.
Yeah.
They surprise you all.
And just like he's like falls asleep with two fingers next to his chest and the other one on his dick. That's how he sleeps.
I don't know, man. Maybe he's not used to not sleeping at home, you know. But man, isn't that so cute?
Oh.
You take the behaviors at home on the road. So I don't think this is anything new, man.
No.
Did he wear a do-rag to sleep?
No. Yeah, no. You let the waves out. You're showing off the waves and fucking snoring, man.
That's adorable.
Yeah. Tacoma was sick though.
Oh, it sounds like it.
They were the nicest people ever. It was crazy.
How do they sleep?
I think probably all normal. Who knows though? It was tough. Weird demographic out there. All the dudes looked like disabled farm workers, and all the girls looked like Doug Funny's older sister. Nice people though. Really beautiful club. Shout out to Tacoma Comedy Club. Thank you for really making me happy.
You felt like a supermodel out there, huh?
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but I am very tall and handsome.
Did you get any hiking in?
Yeah, we walked around some public parks and stuff like that. The last day I had a whole day to kill, so I went to Seattle and I just took the ferry back and forth from Bremerton to kill my day.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it was absolutely beautiful. I don't have anything mean or
You
funny
just
to
sat
say
on
about
the
it.
boat all day?
Yeah, I just got on the ferry and I just rode it back and forth to Bremerton and went, all right, cool, man. It was nice.
Where was
See you later.
Drew doing all this?
Drew took off early to go to open for Karen's special in Pasadena.
Mm-hmm.
What does he wear like hiking? Does he wear open Timbs?
Crocs.
Like,
It's Crocs. He hikes in Crocs. He sleeps in Crocs. It's all Crocs, dude.
I thought he would be wearing Air Force Ones, and the hike takes forever because he has to clean it every. I got a spot. Hold on. I got a spot right here, man. Damn.
Fuck.
Why there's so much dirt around this motherfucking mountain and shit?
gasping for air, lighting a Newport.
No, he's a trooper. He's a good boy. Yeah, so that was my weekend, guys. How are you guys doing?
Incredible, dude. Had a blast in San Francisco, man. I went hiking too. I went to Muir Woods. Have you ever been there?
No.
Really lovely place. It's where they film part of what's the Ewok Star Wars? Is that Empire?
Return of the Jedi?
Return of the Jedi. That's where they film the Ewok stuff.
Oh, yeah? Are the hiking trails choked with gay people in San Francisco?
Surprisingly, no. And bro, there are so many gay hiding spots in the Muir Woods, man. There's like little cutouts.
you know
Yeah, the redwoods open up.
Yeah.
You just butt fuck the
Yeah, it's
base
just
of the
signs
tree.
with Drew's ass up in the air, telling you where to go.
Wigfoot.
Yeah, there has to be a lot of nooks. A lot of nooks in that forest.
Yeah, it's just this massive beast like crossing somebody over.
Do people, is San Francisco one of the ones that everyone says sucks now? Is like a shithole? What am I thinking of?
No,
is what
you're
people
right
say.
in that people say that, but it was beautiful. Bro, I saw maybe 30 homeless people the entire weekend.
Oh, shit.
And
Really?
we were fucking all over the place. Like there was...
Would they get Giuliani in there?
Bro, it seems like they wired it. Remember in The Wire how they're just like, all right, we're going to condense everybody to this one specific area?
Yeah, Amsterdam.
Yeah, it seems like that's what they created there. And they got them all out of the extremely touristy areas. And you really got to go to, like, I think it's called the Tenderloin, which is...
That's been historically shit, I think.
Yeah.
The
What, did they
Tenderloin.
do that?
No, the
Oh,
Tenderloin.
yeah.
No, the corralling thing, I think that's like corrupt local leaders are in bed with like local like investors and they tank one area's value and then the city people's friends buy it all up and everyone makes a bajillion dollars.
Just lying to the homeless to get them there. Fresh sidewalks for you to shit all over. Whatever you need.
Yeah, they transfer over to that rainbow sidewalk. But it was nice, and you didn't smell a lot of piss. There was only one sidewalk that had shit on it that I encountered, which was very nice.
Yeah.
I came across a Asian midget that I got a video with, and he was acting up for his tour guide. Man, they could tell that he was like the biggest task that this poor guy had all weekend was keeping track of this 3.5 foot tall man.
Well, I mean, what was he pranking people? Was he tying people's shoes together?
No, he's just bouncing all over the place, man. He's like a human pinball.
Like what was his purpose? He was just just around, like just a normal person, or was he part of a tour or something?
He was a part of this this Chinese tour group.
Okay.
And it was just like, it was like they let a puppy.
Which, by the way, supremely bad manners. Chinese tour groups. No, I mean, I call it a stereotype if you want, but like they don't have like waiting in line in China.
No, dude, they act like gremlins.
Yeah, so in Chinese tour groups, it's more like fucking ants, you know, attacking an orange or something like that. Like there's like if you go to see the Liberty Bell, they just like everyone at the same time.
Just
they don't
screaming
understand like boundaries. Like I went to first time I went to Niagara Falls. I had like a camera, so I'm not really looking down. And then like when I took the camera down, I'm like surrounded by tiny Asians, like underneath my arms around.
You're hugging.
You go, hey, you're not using that space. Mind if I grab that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just constantly just screaming and gesturing like fucking day traders, man. But it was like, you know, sometimes like you'll have an encounter where it's just like, I feel like the universe is unfolding just for me. And this little guy, and I have video of it too. He just appeared next to me, and I was eating a
Go-gurt?
No, I was like, just like, yeah, I was eating a Mexican fruit cup with tahini on it. And we caught eyes at one moment, and I offered him a piece of my fruit, and he said no, but then he put his little hands out. And then he was like, no, I can't.
His raccoon paws.
Yeah. No, don't feed them. Don't feed them for kibble. There's going to be 1 million of them here if you feed this one.
Chinese midgets.
They all come out of the gay hiding places.
Dude, I should have took him and put him in Muir Woods.
Back with his Ewoks.
Yeah.
So was he a child or an adult? Or?
Here, I'll show you the video. You can see for yourself.
How did you approach him for this video?
I was very cautious because he was lurking. So we were at a place
Here
called...
you go, little fella.
Yeah, I was pissing for him. But we were at a place called the Palace of Fine Arts. And people are just taking pictures of all the shit around there. And he was just bouncing around. And I was like, oh, man, I don't know how to... I don't want to, like, minimize this, man. Paul, like, if there's any chance that I
Just
could.
approach him with a tiny math equation.
Yeah, you got to come at him with a little bit of long division. Get him for at least 8 seconds. And he just stayed in the same spot I was, and as luck would have it, like we locked eyes at one point, and that's when I offered them the fruit. And
Did you tussle his hair?
I didn't, man. I know they don't like being touched, man.
See, he likes me. Let him smell you.
Give the
Oh,
outside
he
of your
smells
hand.
my Chinese midget.
Gets confused because it smells like cocoa butter.
There's Mike. Okay.
There he is.
Oh no!
yeah.
Oh no! You're okay. So you started filming him from behind, and then you went up for the cold approach. And what did you say to him? Because you can't hear it.
Dude, I love that you walked beyond and then you're like, oh. like you
there you
happened to
are.
discover him.
It's a free sample human. Whoa. So okay. So all right. You did not get a video with him. You recorded him without his knowledge, and then walked around near him.
I would say I'm with him.
Okay. Did you interact with him at all before that?
No.
Okay.
No, it's just, it's an unspoken language. It's like, I know we don't have, the only common language we have is kindness.
Yeah.
Mike, that's a pretty bizarre video, man.
Yeah, I was a little
Can you
creepy.
please? Yeah,
A little
put that on.
creepy.
Where was the offer
on
of
Twitter.
fruit?
Oh, here.
Did you say something?
Yeah, do you
to
have
him, or
proof?
No, I just
Gesture?
extended it to him.
You didn't say any words. You just held
You
fruit
just
near him.
extended fruit to a random dude.
Mike. I mean, he is a person.
Which is why I offered him sustenance.
That's the craziest bit.
That's crazy.
Dude, you know how long a piece of watermelon would sustain him? He might have to get his stomach pumped.
He's got a seed sideways. In the oh, someone squeeze my eyes out.
Can you guys each take one?
Where was his handlers?
They're all just, I feel like they surround him. It's
Yeah.
kind of like, I don't know.
When I'm trying, my concern is how did they allow you to get that close?
They're not supposed to.
Yeah.
Because I think number one China rule is don't let any round eyes get close to your most vulnerable.
Yeah, especially with food.
Yeah, and it's it's evidenced by the assassination attempt on our past president. It's like I think security is lax in all phases of
He had fat women handlers too.
Yeah, there's a chubby dude on the roof throwing fucking fruit at Chinese midgets.
The secret soy sauce let me down. They're letting fat women in the secret soy sauce now. Disgraceful, man.
But I might post about it. Remember how fucking Craigslist used to have
Misconnections?
misconnections?
Yeah.
I might
was it?
post about him.
They had what?
Misconnections, where it's like you have a moment in time with somebody.
Oh yeah.
Ah,
yeah.
fuck.
Past tense.
I should have asked. I should have asked for some kind of communication, and I didn't. So it's like I might have to post like me.
Does anybody know this little fella?
Yeah, and it's.
I think you're gonna have to like show and then run back and show and run back the offering.
I think so,
because
too.
that's the moment where you guys clearly had,
We had something. Yeah.
Jeez, man.
Didn't it feel like we just didn't have midgets for a while?
I hadn't seen one for a bit. Yeah.
I think a couple of things really stand out to me about this moment in time. There are more and more midgets in public, and people are littering more and more.
You think there's a connection?
I don't know. I think it's worth exploring.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's pretty easy to figure out that one. It's that the midgets are out there because there's more littering around. So you need the midgets because it's easier for them to pick it up than us.
Yeah.
Like human.
Yeah, they're
robots.
closer to the
Yes.
ground. Yeah.
Better lower back support.
Say human Roombas.
It is tough for them to pick up coins though with their small fingers.
Wow.
Quarters like a discus to them.
Well, maybe we could get the Audible guy to develop magnet gloves for them.
Wow, I
That'd
like
be
that.
Whoa. Damn.
I like
Ideas,
that a lot.
What about
I like that a
entire
lot.
magnet suits? Since they're
Oh
so
my
low to the
God,
ground, they just
dude.
walk around, just forks and shit, getting stuff.
Oh, dude, that would be so dangerous, man.
Turn them all into powder.
Could you imagine like having to like go to a midget's parents' house and say like, "I'm sorry, but Man was killed by a flying can opener."
Your son got squished between two manhole covers that were attracted to his magnet suit. He got flattened.
You gotta hand him a little flag.
It'd be kind of like a suit
It's a
of armor.
napkin with the American flag on it.
Man. Yeah.
They're out there, man. That's all I want to get across.
I'm happy about it.
Thank you.
Yeah, is anybody going out for Halloween? Well, you got to go. You got a little one, right?
Yeah. I have a 5-year-old, so that's why I'm doing Philly tonight, DC tomorrow, and then I'm driving back to do the whole festivities. But I'm pumped.
Nice.
I'm Batman. He's Black Panther for a third straight year.
Third straight
Again, refused to go blackface.
What Bronx Tale girl does he have a crush on?
And who are you supposed to be? Cologeno.
Dad, can we watch Jungle Fever again?
You mean the Lion King? No, Jungle Fever.
He does have a new best friend named Daphne. I've never met before.
Oh man!
Wow, man.
Little fella's got some crush for some chocolate. He's gonna keep on wearing Black Panther till they pay attention to him.
Yeah, till it works. He's virtue signaling.
Till he's in there.
You're going to have to teach him how to slap box in a flirtatious way. Now, son, this only works at bus stops.
Were you ever an aggressive flirter with women?
No, man. Mike.
Me? Probably. I mean, I don't know. Online, maybe. Like when AIM was first a thing, I would, me and my friends would talk to girls on that.
Yeah, and it's also, I think, like when you're in like 7th and 8th grade, like you're gonna hit girls.
I don't remember doing that.
I'm with David.
All right, well,
I would describe my flirtation as maybe passive aggressive. I don't know if any of it was ever direct.
Yeah. Mine was low, trying to sink my friends while building myself up.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the default, I think.
Yeah.
How
Did you know his dad left when he was 4?
He doesn't know how to treat a woman.
I remember early on telling a girl I liked her. Let's say it was 5th or 6th grade, and I remember I had it in my head that I was like, I'm just gonna do this like the most direct way possible. I'm gonna tell this girl I like her. I called her on the phone. I told her I liked her, and I don't remember what I like. Obviously, I'm not gonna ask her like a date, but it was just like gauging interest, and it was just like a very quick and decisive, just like no. And I was just like, all right, I'm never doing that again in my life. That will never happen again, and that's a promise.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting rejected at that age is devastating. You think it's the end of the fucking world.
Well, it is also because they immediately tell everybody.
Oh, of course.
It's never between you two.
Yeah,
it's an immediate school announcement.
Yeah.
It's a childhood sex scandal.
Yeah.
There's no living it down.
Yeah.
And you're gay for it.
Yeah.
It's almost like mating with a praying mantis. You're like, I'm risking certain death, depending on how this goes.
Yeah, we had a girl who was like the class like hussy, meaning that like she made out with everybody. But kids like started like talking about her one day, and they quickly deduced that like
I heard she got an abortion.
no, she ended up being
really hear
one of the more accomplished people in the class, though.
You looked up, you're like, I think she kept all of them.
Dude, she ended up becoming like a chemist or something insane for like the class slut to become.
She developed a new abortion pill.
Behold, Plan C.
She just became a chemist out of necessity.
But the kids quickly deduced that
Women don't want an abortion; they want a story.
they quickly figured out that me and an Indian boy named Alvin were the only kids in the class that she didn't make out with. Which I wasn't bothering anybody; I wasn't fucking with anybody.
And now, is that why you punched her?
But yeah, I didn't even make any attempt on anything. But yet, still, I was humiliated in that moment
Damn, you got left out
for being a good boy.
So you got humiliated just because you and Alvin were the only two?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you never made any attempts?
No, not with her. No.
Was Alvin like a dude who clearly was never built for it? Like he's never going to get a chick?
like a spelling bee Indian.
To that point, he beat me in a spelling bee in 6th grade, Tim, and later got a DUI, so I got my revenge.
This is your full origin story.
I mean, that's pretty easy for an Indian kid.
I know.
Being a white Delco kid in a spelling bee.
A white second in a spelling bee, in my mind, is first place in a spelling bee.
Truly. Yeah. Well, you beat all the whites.
That's the way I see it.
First place in the white category.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now seems like a great time to thank our sponsor.
So much empty space after I said that.
No, it's like baseball before they let minorities play.
You were barnstorming.
And here we have the best running back we've ever seen before. Vic Rothenberg.
Your body is not a science experiment, so stop taking weird ED pills from the hoagie shop just to see what happens. Take something you can trust, like Joymode. Joymode is created by doctors, backed by science, and has been third-party tested. They've done all the experimenting for you, so you're just left with what works. Their sexual performance booster, Tim, has clinically supported doses of arginine nitrate, L-citrulline, Panax ginseng, and vitamin C.
Nice.
All the ingredients for
Anything that starts with L, anything with arginine in it, that's all my stuff, man.
boner stew, baby. So it works to support a better erection, more firmness, and a higher sex drive. Brother, I've been taking Joymode ever since they started sponsoring us. My wife's pussy looks like Israel and Palestine just finished fighting inside of it, man. I've been putting a fucking beating on this thing so much that it looks like a stolen Kia.
This is all on there.
It is. This
My
is the
wife's
copy.
pussy looks like a Lebanese hospital. Thanks to Joymode.
You see like arms like trying to move out of there while they're on fire.
So get yourself some Iron Dome tonight.
Yes.
My wife's pussy looks like she was hiding Middle Eastern pagers inside it.
But dude, one of the things I like about it is it gives you, you know, when you're super horny and you feel like you got like a spiciness in your loins.
You got butterflies in your
It's usually
penis.
called jock itch. Go ahead.
Well, I got that spiciness, baby.
Nice.
All thanks to Joymode.
Whoa.
You mix one packet of Joymode with 6 to 8 ounces of water, and you can drink it anytime from 45 minutes to 4 hours before sex. Go to usejoymode.com/fatbird and get 20% at checkout. That's 20% off and free shipping at usejoymode.com/fatbird. Great sex solved naturally.
Yum.
And brother, we got some more good stuff coming for you, Tim. You know I'm not going to stop at that one.
Please excuse us while we take one more minute to thank the people that make the show possible, in addition to viewers like you.
Tim, when you're betting on the big game, you don't want to be just randomly guessing. Take control with MyBookie with no fluff and no second guessing yourself. Be confident this season and bet with the best sports book out there. I've used MyBookie to bet on my beloved Birds, who are on a hot streak right now. Who's your football team, Mike?
Giants.
Well,
Pussy.
can you ask him to leave, please?
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I don't care about sports.
I mean, there's really no reason for animosity this year. You guys are fine.
When you're ready to get started, just click the link in the show notes, sign up, and you're ready to bet. Use our code FATBIRD. That'll double your bankroll with a 100% deposit bonus immediately up to $1,000. Whoa. Which is very nice and very unusual, Tim.
Yeah, wait till you got a lock for that one.
Oh, brother. Yeah, a guy tried to give us a lock. He's like, listen, I got a lock for you guys.
A guy DM'd us before Skankfest.
DM'd us.
He said, hey, man, I'm trying to get VIP pass or something at Skankfest.
So he gave you a lock
He
bet.
said, listen, I'm the best odds maker there is on the planet. I've been doing this for a long time. I make a lot of money.
He's Matthew McConaughey from Two for the Money.
He goes, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you guys a stone cold lock tonight. You're going to win. We're going to parlay that this weekend. You're going to be up $10,000 before Skankfest even gets here. And I was like, okay. So we bet like $400 on was it a Mets game?
Yes, it was a Mets regular season game, dude. And they got destroyed, man. But fortunately, I'm trusting myself from here on out, which is what I do on MyBookie. Use our code FATBIRD. That'll double your bankroll with a 100% deposit bonus immediately up to $1,000. If you've been betting with MyBookie already, check out their new loyalty rewards program, MyBookie Plus, and you can earn some extra cash. Here's a pro tip to get you rolling. The NFL teams with powerhouse offensive lines are dominating the run game this year, and betting game total unders has been printing money. Stack that with MyBookie's risk-free Thursdays, and you've got endless ways to bet and win all season long. Why wait, Tim? Bet anything, anytime, from anywhere with MyBookie, the sports book that gives you control and rewards you for every moment of play.
Great job.
Yeah, man. You can support the show and check out MyBookie, and new customers get a 100% deposit bonus immediately with code FATBIRD.
Nice.
Yeah, baby.
And I think you don't have to use an app, by the way.
No,
that's a bonus.
Yes.
To me.
Yeah, you just go on the website.
Fuck him.
Browser is better. Less of a thing.
I think so too.
Yeah. I think everyone's sick of the fact that every site you go to on your phone wants you to install an app for it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fired up about it. I'm sorry. Look, you guys might be cool with it. Maybe you guys are cool with it. I'm just tired of everything being a fucking app now. I'm sorry.
Well, it just reminds me that they're making money off me like more than twice. It's not just what I'm putting into the app. It's all the information I'm giving the app that then they are selling to other apps.
Yeah, and then if you're not careful, they're stealing your biometrics. Yeah. So now you were looking up like something for your car, and then you needed an app for the message board that you're on, and now it's like they're building a clone of you to see how you respond to like.
Did you see the 23andMe thing?
No.
That they're like kind of floundering as a corporation, so they're going to be up for sale eventually.
Oh no.
And basically they've warned, they're like, by the way, like all of our moral clauses in our contracts, we still abide by those, but whoever buys it, us. I mean, you are.
Tim found out he was black through 23andMe.
Well, my aunt was 4% Kenyan or something like that.
Okay.
Which bums me out that they didn't reach out to you.
Yeah, I've been standing outside with a fucking bandana on, just like, what's up, man?
Laundry basket on his head, just waiting for someone to come over and talk.
I don't know if there's any Kenyan gangsters though.
I think Western Africa is where they're going to get you, man.
What do you mean? Like if I ever go there, they're gonna throw a sack over my head? What do you mean?
No, I mean like those are the kind they're going to be recruit you.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for my kings to come in.
They're going to come.
I'm waiting to find my kangs.
Yeah, you got to kiss a few frogs before you meet your African prince, bro.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever been recruited for gangs?
Never. Just the Army. I spent 90 minutes on the phone with an Army recruiting officer once when I was in high
close did they
school.
get you?
I was so close. I mean, I was like 15. I didn't even know. I was like pumped to have somebody to talk to.
I know. Then you got your feet in the air, dangling the cord.
Literally, yeah, walking around my house having a great time. Finally, my mom was like, "Who the fuck is on the phone?" Picked up the phone. The guy introduced himself, and my mom snapped.
This is Sergeant Jenkins. That's so funny. When I got my first job, and when you guys got your first job, did you have like a period of malaise where like before you even settle into the daily routine of getting up and going to work? And I did this right out of high school, by the way. Like I went right to work, and all I thought about, like after I got my first paycheck and I saw how little I made and how much they took in taxes, I saw the rest of my life as a corridor of just crushing disappointment. And I lived in that for a while. And then one day I was like a office clerk at a cardiologist's office. That was my first full-time job. And one day I was sitting in I was reading the Metro, and I saw an ad for getting paid to learn HVAC. And I was like, sounds like honest work. I'm ready. It's not that I'm not ready to work, man. I'm ready to make some fucking money. Mm-hmm. So I called it, and it turned out that it was an Army recruiter.
Wow.
Yeah, and their pitch was that like, join the Army, dude. We'll teach you, a trade or something like that.
Career after.
Yeah. And so this Army recruiter ended up like calling me every other day for probably a month, and I was just like, yeah, I mean, I could maybe. I'm still a maybe, actually. And he never let up. It was actually pretty fucking creepy, dude. I think I was like, I was probably barely 18, and it was just like, come on, man. Why don't you come on down? Come on down to the recruitment center, man. Just come down and talk to me.
Yeah, the guys they get to do that job have to be rapists.
Yeah.
You got recruited.
Yeah, I essentially got fucking raped. But the guy just would not leave me alone. And then eventually I was like,
Well, I mean, in his defense, what were you wearing?
I was wearing a camo onesie. It snapped under the balls. But yeah, eventually I was like, all right, I'll sign up, but I'm joining the reserves. And he was so disappointed. He tented his hands and he's like, we talked about you going active duty. I was like, brother, this is what I'm doing, man. And eventually it's like, all right, fine. It's like, all right, yeah, I'm sorry I'm joining the military, which is what you wanted me to do.
But he only gets half commish.
Yeah, fuck me, man. Yeah, that guy was
crazy.
such a jerk off. I hated that guy.
Mike's got a great story. So you were always you were never more than reserves?
No, like you have to go. There's a certain period of active duty you have to do, whether you join active duty or reserves.
Like basic training.
You'll go to basic training, you'll go to your combat training, and then you'll go to your job schooling before you can start your reserve commitment. And I did all that shit.
This is Army or Coast Guard?
Marines.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do I look like Coast Guard to you?
I don't know.
Got his ass.
I actually would be impressed. I was like, oh, you got into the Coast Guard?
But you do all that shit before you start your reserve weekends. And like I wanted to go in because my boy Steve had joined, and I thought it'd be fun if we saw each other at boot camp, and it was. But then I also was going to college. And that was it, yeah. The Budweiser frogs were hot.
Taken to your separate hells.
Bro, it wasn't far from that. We saw each other in the chow hall, and we were just like laughing at each other. And then one of the drill instructors was just like, "What the fuck are you two doing? Like, go to your place."
We're just thinking how silly this is.
Damn. But then, as I understand it, Mike, you show up for like enrollment or whatever, and there's a form that you get for what was it, for the GI bill to go to college, under their dime. And Mike gets into like the whatever classroom or office that they're in, and he asks for it. And was it a black sergeant?
It was a scary Jamaican guy.
Scary Jamaican sergeant goes like, "No, you ain't getting no paperwork for the GI Bill." And Mike went, "Okay," and never challenges it.
And it was because of that, because you have to go through the chain of command when you have a question about something or if you want something. And the first couple of days in boot camp, you're just filling out paperwork and getting all your fucking gear and shit. And there was one moment where the scary African guy was handing out different kinds of paperwork. And he's like, "This is for the GI Bill." And he's like, "Which of you are reservists?" And me and only a couple other guys were reservists. He's like, "You don't get this because you didn't make the same commitment that everybody else made." And we're just like, "Yes, sir."
Wow.
But it turns out because I didn't sign that I was not eligible for my GI benefits. So I went to my career planner when I finally got to my reserve unit, and she's like, let me look into this for you. And it took forever. Then finally she came up to me, and her exact words were, I'm afraid you're assed out. And I was just like, fuck this. And I never went back. I just stopped going. And I never got in any trouble for it. They came to my mom's house one time to get like my gear back, but then that was the end of it.
No shit.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Did you hide in your room?
I didn't know they were coming. If I did, I would have hidden.
Oh, so they caught you.
Yeah.
Was it awkward?
No, I was in there. It's like only my mom.
your
had
mom
no-
gave the stuff back, yeah.
But yeah, I would have fully.
They couldn't like force you to go back, right?
I think they could probably put on like the rate pressure, like they did with recruitment. But it's like
Damn, they could have hazed you purple, man. They could have beat your fucking ass in the driveway.
now I know if you're active duty and you go AWOL, they will come find you and like they will take you back and technically like you can face like military arrest.
Yeah.
I think that happened to Sinbad like 2 or 3 times.
His fucking camo uniform, he's got like the low crotch on his camo.
That my brother got dishonorable discharge for going AWOL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they like bring him back or was he just like, I'm not coming back?
Oh, they didn't want him. They just wanted to put that tag on him. Yeah. My brother was kind of like a chronic liar. So he got like a dishonorable discharge from the military, then told everybody that he was in Special Forces, Green Beret.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good military
Oh,
lie.
man.
Yeah. It's kind of like the stolen valor
Yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah.
He's putting like the eye black on. He's like, sorry, I'm back for an operation.
It's a fake washout story.
Yeah, you're at the fucking arcade with eye black on. It's like, oh, this, yeah.
So what was the process like? Was he worried about being in like crazy trouble?
No, he was just like a fuck up, like just all around. So like he just didn't report back, and then like they caught up to him, and then like and once you get that dishonorable discharge, it's on your record no matter where you go. So when you apply for jobs and everything, it's always on there.
Oof.
Yeah.
Dude, I know a guy that was in the I don't know, I won't even say what branch it was, but he wasn't like a combat unit. He was like someone who did like a cook or something like that, but he was in for like 20 something years. Like he joined when we were all like 18.
Yeah.
And he was in almost just enough time. He had like maybe a year or two left until a full retirement at like maybe your age. And he was on leave one weekend and he got a DUI.
Oof.
That's lame.
And they dishonorably discharged him or whatever, like a year short of a full retirement.
He must have done something else. I know so many Marines that have DUIs.
Dude,
I think
it's circumstantial, man.
There was some sort of circumstance where it was like either especially bad because it was either off base or because it might have involved like a superior's vehicle,
Yeah.
like transport.
Yeah,
or
it had,
something.
to, it had to be
That
something
makes
else.
more sense.
Yeah.
Dude, when I went overseas to perform, they were telling us about how like the Taliban would have Tinder and would like lure some of the soldiers off base with hot Tinders. Like so these guys would be like in a fucking army thing driving towards Iran and like meet somebody at a bar, get fucking drugged, get their entire bank account completely drained, and then the US government would have to go and negotiate with the terror organization to get this guy's $15,000 back so his wife doesn't leave him.
What?
They were there's like not even like more than a handful of those stories. Not even just like this one.
It's kind of hilarious because it's like that should have been an obvious trap.
But I imagine guys get so horny out there.
The pull for pussy, dude. They they needed it.
Yeah, plus you're sitting around a burn pit all day, warping your brain. Your phone's spinning in your hand. Like, yeah, dude.
They're just jerking off to all her pictures of her eyes.
Pull that burger down, girl. But dude, going back to your point with like, they always threaten you with like, look, if you run away, it's like it's going on your permanent record. But like, I realized like after I got out, like your permanent record is essentially like the military version of the Disney Vault. It's like, brother, you're going to Disney Vault. You want to fucking? It's like, mom, come on, man. We got to fucking do this.
I
Man.
just realized, Mike, you're like a runaway slave that the slave owners are just like,
Thank you.
eh.
I did want to be
The
chased.
horses are tired.
We got more slaves. Just get his clothes back from his mom and his shackles. Just return the shackles.
Oh, shoot. And I just used the last of my rope.
I can slay pretty good. Sure, don't want me.
Just get his cotton picking gloves back from his Mom. We'll just call it even.
The dogs are eating.
Yeah.
They can't run. The dogs are eating.
I just try singing to hope they notice. Like nobody knows. It doesn't do anything for you. Yeah.
Did it pop up? Like, so when are you dishonorably discharged? You're not.
They give me like an administrative discharge.
Got you. And does that pop? Like, have you
Never
even when you've
it's
interviewed
like
for
any
jobs?
job that I've ever applied for is like, can you read and write?
Sure. Yeah.
And I'm just like, yes.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's possible for me to call them and say I'm doing a background check for a job on you.
That's an
You can go for it because you can get a copy of your military record.
Yeah.
Like just by going online. Like I don't know about calling them, but like you could probably get a copy of my military record. I would just give you my social.
Yeah, let's get that.
Okay.
Actually, we don't have to do that right now, but I would like that, please. Like as a business partner, I think it's kind of crucial information. For me.
Yeah.
I think you need to know who you're in business with.
Yeah.
No, I would like that too. I
Yeah.
would like to see what's in that bad boy.
Acts gay with his buddy. Hasn't been around in a while. Not looking for him. Got his duffel bag back. There's cum in his night vision goggles. Rainy.
Yes, sir.
We got a $10 super chat from Michael Trainer. Dan,
Michael.
do terrorists on Tinder ask for bombs and vagine?
Yes. Yeah, I love it, Mike.
Show bombs.
Man, imagine how horny you get out there.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and it's hot. It'd be one thing if it was cold. If you're fighting in like Siberia, I think the cold would stifle your urges. But being in the fucking desert with your fucking meat so loose all the time,
Yeah.
the testosterone fucking pumping in the barracks. I'm assuming. I don't know.
Yeah. Dude, toward the end of my experience, like I had a girlfriend and
In the Marines?
no, for my weekends.
Oh.
And I was just, there was one night or one weekend where I was like stuck watching everybody shit while the rest of the guys were at the rifle range with my boy Steve. And even though it was just like 2 days of having to watch gear, I was like, oh my God, I miss my girlfriend so much.
By watching gear, was that always someone's job, or was it just like, Rainey, why don't you hang back for this one?
No, somebody always had to like watch to make sure, like, even though we would go to Fort Dix for our weekends a lot of the time.
Pause.
No Diddy.
But anytime like you left the camp, like somebody would have to stay back and they would have two guys like doing whatever it was called. I think the nighttime
Jerking each other off.
Yes, that's what it was. Yes. The military hello. But at nighttime it was fire watch. I don't know what it was, if it was the same during the day. But oh dude, I had an issue with a black fellow one time in boot camp. He had the same name as his last name was Robinson, and there was another guy named Robinson. And it was a pain in the ass to like wake up in the middle of the night because you had to stay up for an hour. And it was just something you had to do. Every hour, two new guys would come on. And this one guy, he was like,
Wait, hold on. What do you mean you have to stay up for an hour?
So when you do fire watch at nighttime, it's like you got to walk up and down the squad bay to make sure like nothing's fucked up and nothing bad is happening. So everybody, you know, if you're on that night, you get an hour with another guy. And then at the end of that hour, two new guys come on.
Oh, okay.
So every hour there's two new guys.
Okay.
And this one guy he refused to wake up. And it was like unheard of. It's just like everybody just does it. You get it over with. And then eventually he woke up and he started screaming at me. He's like, no, they want the other Robinson, which I know they didn't want to do. I knew this guy was just being a no good Nick. It really gave me a hard time.
Yeah. This is why we have so many problems with you people. Hey, excuse me. Dan, did you have to step to anybody in the military? I know these guys love tussling.
So there were two black guys named Robinson.
Yes.
if you can
And
believe
he was
it.
trying to say it was the other guy.
And I knew it wasn't.
Yeah.
And that guy, he ended up going AWOL too. He escaped to New York and he just didn't come back. They had to go get him.
Well, this is how you know a black guy's going AWOL. It's just like that guy that went to North Korea. You know, as soon as you hear, ha, 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 it's like, oh, that's a black guy's leaving. It's like, oh, one of those Robinsons went AWOL. Those Robinsons never want to commit, put in the work.
I knew you'd Robinson out.
Yeah, you don't want to meet these Robinsons.
I'm missing my boots. I think someone Robinson my ransack.
Damn.
Did I ever have to step to anybody?
Or any like sanctioned boxing fights, like from having some sort of conflict.
Or like a tough girl in your troop who wanted to prove it against you.
We
Did you get your ass beat by a thick woman? By a thick-wristed woman?
There was one guy that was like fucking with me at like my job training, and he was a lonely guy, and eventually like we became buddies. But I just think he didn't have the social skills to just be like, "Hey man, do you want to like have a few beers this weekend or something?"
Oh, he's bro flirting.
Yeah, he would come up and like he was like a wrestler, so he would come up and try to wrestle, and it's like, I haven't had a conversation with you yet, man.
Yeah.
If you like me or want to be my friend.
Oh, it was Lewis.
He's just going
Private
through risk
Gomez.
control before saying hello.
Yeah. Full Nelson.
I think that was like the only time though. Oh, there was another time where a guy took my hat. Another Robinson. I had a Ralph Lauren polo hat, and this Robinson like asked to borrow it for a night out, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not going out tonight. You can borrow it." He came back the next day. I see him like walking through the our barracks with it, and he's got the hat on. And it's like, one, you're not supposed to wear a hat inside, and two, you're wearing my hat. So if somebody sees you with it, they're probably going to take my hat. Also, I want my fucking hat back. So I was like, hey, man.
Yeah, but did it match his outfit?
It did. In his defense, it did.
yeah.
Why does it have a flat brim and a sticker on it?
And he's like, yeah, he's like, I'm gonna wear it again tonight. I was like, I want my hat back. He's like, no, I'm gonna wear it again tonight. Then eventually, like another guy like stepped in, like a superior, and was just like, dude, give him his fucking hat back, man.
Oh, no. That's such an L.
But I
Bad
just wanted to be
captain.
a good boy. Like I didn't want to be responsible for fighting because I know everybody would have gotten in trouble if I'm fighting there. Also, I was a little bit of a pussy. If I'm being 100% honest. But at the same time, it's like, I just didn't want any issues, man.
Did you think about shooting him at all?
I didn't have a gun there, but
Did you think about throwing a live grenade at him? I had an accident at the range. You know, there's a hole in the hat, but I got it back. Damn.
I think those are the only times where I had issues with guys. Yeah, it was pretty much.
I'm a nervous laugher. I would have never made it. I would have been brutalized in basic training. No, I don't think it's funny.
No, I think they
I'm
get
terrified right
There's a
now.
lot of funny
Actually,
stuff that happens.
I think they get that out of you pretty quick.
They
Because of the
tickle
consequences.
exposure.
Yeah.
Damn. I hope no one ever takes being tickled away from me, man. Don't ever desensitize me to that. That's magical.
Did you get that way with sport? Like, did you play team sports or anything like that and have a militant
What do you
coach or
think,
anything?
Mike?
Yes, I look at you and
No,
think yes.
I never played team sport. I played foot hockey in a rec center league. And
Foot hockey.
Foot hockey. So no skates, no rollerblades. Just
It's just poor soccer without
Yeah.
cleats.
I thought you were just giving like, gay dudes foot jobs or something. I didn't know about that.
Just batting their dick around up there.
it's a living. Yeah, I played foot hockey in a rec center league. Our coach was an alcoholic who stopped showing up to games, and I don't know if anyone else really took over. So we were unguided for half of the season that I played, and then also we had a practice that I showed up not knowing that it was going to be shirts versus skins. I would have got there early had I known, but I got there last, and there was only a spot left on skins. Of
course.
And so I had to run around with my big fat titties bouncing all around, and I decided that's enough of that. I said no one will ever do that to me again. No one will ever force me to bounce my titties around in front of all the neighborhood dirt balls.
Dude,
That's embarrassing. You weren't
Probably
even
look
lotioned
like
up.
Connor McDavid out there because nobody's paying attention to your foot hockey. They're just watching your tits the whole time.
I don't know who Connor McDavid is.
Oh, he's a stud, man. He does what he wants.
Yeah.
Sounds
no.
like you mean like a rapist? Like, what do you?
Yes, like a Marine recruiter. He does what he wants.
He sees it and he takes it. Yeah, I was also very bad at it. A pretty painful experience.
Is any part of you like? Do you like the fact that experience is pretty much like that doesn't exist really anymore? Like they don't make kids take off their shirts for sports anymore.
I
right?
guess-
So-
Oh, no way.
right?
No way.
Maybe not.
Like, is any part of you resentful that they don't have to go through that, or do you like the fact that experience is over?
I think we don't have enough structured unpleasantness for children. And I think we're losing too much of it, and I think it's leading to behavioral sink. I think we got to get back to making children extremely uncomfortable, probably make them shower together. Definitely make them, feel pain on the field,
and
feel
skin.
disappointment. Yeah, bring back shirts versus skin. By the way,
Circle
dude,
their problem areas.
there's
during
Yeah, that before you even set foot on the fucking frisbee field, as it's shirts versus skins, like you should have your tits circled.
The big marker just circling everything that they need to work on.
Your gym teacher's also a plastic surgeon.
that's the trading card they make of you at the end. You stand over with the stick over your shoulder and just jugs out.
Were you guys both thin in school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up skinny.
Yeah, I was never a fat kid.
Yeah, I was.
I didn't get fat
skinny
until I
boy,
was an
too.
adult. Yeah.
It's way more fun as a kid.
Being skinny or fat?
Being fat as a kid. It's almost like being a child soldier in the way that you're just constantly traumatized, and it forms like a cortisone or a cortisol layer around your brain and kind of protects you from other stuff. You know what I mean? It's like being inoculated against embarrassment.
I don't know that I was inoculated, man. I mean, further
From
down
the way
line,
you tell stories, Mike, I can assure you, you were. You might be impervious to humiliation at this point in your life. And I think there's a pretty clear illustration of where that came from.
All right, so I would say inoculated for latter childhood, no, but inoculated for adulthood, yes.
Yeah, I mean, you offered a Chinese midget a friend.
Yeah, I owe my gym teacher an apology, man.
You hovered over a Chinese midget.
You tried to lure an Asian midget stranger. Yeah.
Damn.
Filmed without his permission.
Yeah, but have you? Do you think you could ever be around a Chinese midget and not film him?
I was trying to get video of a Chinese guy in the airport last night practicing his golf swing, but it was like it was rapid fire. So he was standing in the middle of the boarding area and he was going full swing all the way through. Maybe it wasn't even golf. Maybe maybe he was practicing, clearing a field with a scythe.
I wanted to get a video of a guy last night, but it was just not going to happen without him detecting it.
Midget?
No. It was in the gym I go to, it's a part of like a big building. So there's like a giant and condos and everything. And you got to go to the second floor to get the gym. But when you go to the first floor, there's a hallway and there's a homeless guy there. And he has like his cell phone plugged in and he also has a crock pot. And so while you're waiting for the elevator to come, there's this guy who's just cooking up a storm in a crock pot who's just an obvious homeless vagrant.
Well, it's a crock pot, so he's going to be there for 6 hours.
Culinarily speaking, I need to stay here for the rest of the day.
Making a patient stew.
What I do? Throw away my New England clam chowder?
I was like, I've never seen this before. It's like, this is mad.
That's a new one.
You know what? It smelled delicious too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then it's like, I can't go try to taste food from a homeless guy. You know?
Yeah. Where my slurp at?
Just come with your hand.
Damn, is that minestrone? Let's take a quick pause so I can go piss.
Oh, we'll head over to the Patreon.
Oh, perfect timing.
David, Mike, what do you guys want to promote?
You go first, Mike.
All right, I have a new special on YouTube called Traumatized Animal. Watch that, please. That would be very nice of you, and share it with a friend if you liked it. And I'm all over the road, MikeCannonComedy.com.
Oh, yes.
David,
Follow me on the IG, even though I don't post shit.
you should change that. People want to hear from you.
Yeah, D James Comedy. Go on YouTube and watch a special called David James One Camera. And then I'll have some animated stuff coming out pretty soon with McCusker.
I can't wait for that.
Oh, no
That he's
shit.
doing, yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Dude, there was something you used to do that I hope you do again. Your traffic breakdowns.
Oh yeah, those old things. Yeah. There is one that's funny. It's on. I put it on IG. It's the Black Lives Matter one. Yeah, there's a guy who started yelling Black Lives Matter at me as he was blocking traffic.
Nice. Nice. Apparently, black destinations don't.
No. Wouldn't it be funny if this is the reason why black people are always late? This one guy. we just found out he can just teleport and time travel.
He's actually an ancient curse.
Yeah, his name is actually ubiquitous.
He's just a ghost who haunts other Negroes.
Man. Wow. Next weekend, I will be in, I'm sorry, 2 weekends from now. I will be in Greeley, Colorado, Fort Collins, Colorado, Denver, Colorado, and Casper, Wyoming. A four-night marathon run. I believe I'm taking Drew Montana with me again. And if this last weekend in Tacoma was any indication, this might be how could it not be the best thing ever? I can't wait. Go to timbarley.com. There's more shows on there. We're going to Chicago December 1st. That's just about sold out. I think we're adding a second show.
Yes.
November 8th in Philly. Me and Mike are putting on a humdinger with the boys at Next in Line Philly. And yeah, this is brand new. We have tickets on sale January 15th, the first ever live Tim Butterly show / Noah's Gala des Monstres, where we're selling off Noah's paintings from the Tim Butterly show.
Nice.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Awesome.
January 15th at the Trestle Inn in Philadelphia. Extremely limited number of tickets, and they're only $10. So just grab them now and don't worry about it. TimButterly.com and twitch.tv/TimButterly. And I think that's it.
Oh, is this live to
Yes.
people in Philadelphia
Yeah,
tonight?
yeah.
Helium. Come out to Helium tonight in Philly. Thank you.
To see Mike.
To
Mike's
see me.
doing
I'm there.
stand-up.
I'm there. Don't worry about who's going to be
Yeah,
there.
Carlos Mencia. It is a rare spot in Philadelphia.
A night to remember.
All right. All the cool stuff that Tim mentioned that we're doing together. November 8th in Philly, December 1st in Chicago. Cannot fucking wait for that. Yeah, you can get them at timbutterly.com. I also have the links in all my social media stuff, which is at MikeRaney82. You can go to my website, onperks.com. Check out all my books are available there. Also, Tim and I'm doing this for Little Stingers too. We're doing custom Dad Meat episodes. So if you want a custom Dad Meat episode, go to onperks.com. You can place your order there. I'll email you. I'll find out exactly who you want us to talk about, what you want us to talk about, and it's a done deal. Tim and I have knocked out a bunch so far. We had a blast doing them. And the more specific you get, the more fun it is. Like can you explain like what we did for Viscount versus?
Yeah, a guy hit us up, and I think he gave us a couple of examples of video game topics he wanted us to cover, specifically moment 37 at Evo, which was like the Street Fighter 3 phenomenon. But it led to an expanded discussion on a match between Low Tier God, who's a 6'5" jacked black guy playing Street Fighter maybe 4 against a tiny white goblin guy named Viscount. And it's one of my favorite videos ever. And did you hear back from him about whether we can release that publicly or not?
I did not.
I'm buying it back from him if he won't let us. We talked about this. This is one of the most racist and funny video game rivalries ever, and we talked about it for like 45 minutes. I need to get this out to the people.
All right, I did email him, but
Okay.
if he hasn't responded yet, I haven't checked that email in a couple days. I'll check it. If he hasn't responded, I'll send him
I'm buying
another
that one back, dude.
Yes.
That's the fucking best.
But we'll talk about whatever you want us to talk about and whoever you want us to talk about. Get a custom episode. Also, too, if you want it for the holidays, just try to get the order in soon. Usually we have a couple week turnaround, but as the holidays heat up, we'll have more and more videos to do. So I want to make sure everybody gets what they order on time. Onperks.com. Get a custom episode. We're going to head over to patreon.com/dadmeatpodcast. In a few minutes, we're going to be back with more Mike Cannon. David, you able to stick around or you got to run?
I'm negotiating that right now. I'm
Okay.
about to bounce.
All right. But we'll be back. We'll be having more fun. You can pay whatever you want to join the Dad Meat Patreon. If you want to pay $1, pay that. If you want to pay more, it's much appreciated. But we'll see you over there in a few minutes.
Thanks, gang. See you later.
Love you guys. See you.
I got a potty.